Pitzer here. I'm an Eagle Scout and Quartermaster with Troop 200. Today we're going to be starting a new series on this channel that is called the Quartermaster Corner, where we're going to go through all types of personal and troop gear and basically tell you guys how to use it, different tips and tricks, recommendations, as well as kind of what to buy, what to look into in terms of personal gear, so sleeping bags and stuff like that. They'll basically give you the most versatility and will be tailored to the type of events you want to go on. So yeah, depending on which type of person you are, you're going to need different gear. So I'm going to try to cover all the bases with this one video in terms of mess kits today. So mess kits, a lot of you guys may not even know what they are. Mess kits are basically these eating utensils that need to be reusable, cleanable, stuff that we're going to need for the upcoming troop events later in the summer and fall, where we do patrol cooking. So the patrols will be responsible for planning the meals, using the troop gear, and cleaning and eating from their personal gear. So let's go ahead and jump right into these many options. Depending on what type of camp out you're going on, or what type of person you are, maybe how much food you eat, or what utensils you like to have, there'll be a different mess kit for you. So there's, like I said, a bunch of options, and I've got them all pretty much here. So we've got first the standard mess kit. This is pretty much the staple of all Boy Scouts. I got this at like REI or somewhere, another outdoor store. Like I said, all links will be down below with timestamps if you're interested in them. So this is basically an all-encompassing mess kit right here. We've got pretty much everything you're going to need for pretty much every single meal that you'll ever eat as a Boy Scout. So we've got a cup right here, very simple little mug with a handle, a bowl right here, as well as a plate with high sides, so if you have anything juicy it won't roll off, which is nice, as well as 3 utensils, fork, spoon, and knife, which is really nice to have all these 3 things, because if you have a spork and you're eating soup and something else, you're obviously going to have to double team through there, as well as if you have a fork and a knife combo like this, you might want to hold your food while you kind of cut it or something like that. So that's nice to have all 3 different utensils, and I believe they came on a keyring. I don't know where that is now. Again, it has been several years since I actually purchased this originally. And one nice thing that is really common among mess kits, you can use like a laundry bag or something like that, but this is a nice mesh bag that you can hang your mess kit out to dry. So once you get it cleaned up, you can put everything in here and hang it out, and everything's together. Keep everything nice and together, and it can dry super well, super easily. Very nice. As a mess kit, it's pretty expensive, I'd say. It's not, obviously not that expensive, but compared to some other options, it is actually going to cost you money. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to some other different types where we can go to. Here is the, I want to say, minimalist idea. You can pick one of these sporks up from Walmart. This is all outdoor products, equipment from Walmart. So these are collapsible bowl cup kind of combo things. So you kind of just push them in like that, and then you push this in like that. You got like a nice plate thing, as well as this is a cup right here, or a small bowl or something like that. You can pretty much make what you want out of it, but these are really nice because at the end of the day you can kind of push them all together, and then you can travel with them just like so. Maybe put the spork on top just like that. Very, very simple, nice, and convenient especially when you're going backpacking. This is a nice kit to go for. Now, one thing about this is that I'm not sure that these are dishwasher safe for once you get home. There's not the easiest to clean because there's a lot of inside little crevices. And when you're packing it up, especially if you were backpacking, sometimes you have to pack stuff up dirty. It's going to get really dirty on the inside here, and you may not even want to eat off of it again, even though you have to. So that's something to consider. These are also available at Walmart, like I said, and they will, I don't know exactly the prices, but they'll all be in the description below. So now this is my personal favorite that I've been using for a few years now. We actually got another one from my dad and I when we were going to go film on. And these are really nice sea to summit mess kits. And so basically what we've got going on here, we've got a cup and a bowl in the one, and a plate as well. So we've got this wide variety of uses. I usually, when I have something, I usually just use them both side by side like this. Then when I'm done, oftentimes when you're backpacking, you tend to go ahead and leave all the stuff in here and clean it out. Maybe at like next time you have a water source or something like that. But you guys can see here, basically this seals on. It's airtight, watertight, so you can seal it up dirty, throw it in your bag, and then don't have to worry about your bag getting all dirty from the inside. And actually something I did on this one right here was I took one of these titanium sporks from Light My Fire, and I kind of bent it over, and so it obviously looks a little bit unnatural, but it fits right inside, so I don't have to worry about getting a special short utensil or anything like that. And that is a nice mess kit. It's really nice, like I said, best part about this thing is that it seals off and you don't have to worry about cleaning. So here's another option. This one's available from the Scout store. You guys can see that right there. And this is just like a cup kind of bowl, all-in-one thing. If you guys are interested in minimalist mess kits, that is also an option. Also to complement something like this. Now we're going to go kind of into the do-it-yourself range. I would say that pretty much all Scouts can go for these options, especially if you're just getting into it. You don't want to buy a dedicated mess kit yet. You can use, I would say my best recommendation is to get like a plastic cup, plastic bowl, and plastic plate right out of your cupboard, and you can use these along with a plastic knife and fork and spoon set right there, and you're good for a mess kit. This is basically giving you everything you need. However, there's one thing that you want to make sure is that these aren't really nice, tough plates, because the thinner plates, depending on how much kind of uses you're going to get out of it, if it's just a weekend, you might be fine, but if it's a longer camp out, then you might want to consider make sure that it's nice and thick, because if you are washing it in the hot water continuously, it might kind of damage the plate, especially if it's that thin plastic or if it's foam. So yeah, should work pretty well for you guys for this original design, especially when you're just starting out. Now this is something that actually even some people just took the film out in replacement of that, and it's very, very similar. It's just your standard Ziplock tub, very, very nice. I can't say too much about it, but it does work really well for what it is. Just fill it up, use it as a plate and bowl, and then seal it off, and you're good to go. You can fit all sorts of utensils in here. You can kind of like put them in there, and you're good to go. So that's pretty much all the options that you have. Now, other things that you might want to consider is like a dedicated mug. Depending on what scouting events you go to, you might get some of these plastic mugs. I see a lot of Scouts with these. This one's from Nagatamen, this one's my OA cup, and this one's from Blackfoot Adult Leadership Training. So you can pick these up. These are really popular, especially when you're drinking like hot chocolate or something warm and you don't want to have your hand all over the cup. And of course, for utensils, like I said, there's also a wide variety. These ones are from Mountain House. I don't exactly know where I got them, but they're very similar to the Light My Fire plastic sporks right here. These are extremely popular in the scouting world, as well as these sporks from Outdoor Products. They're really nice as well. Now, one thing that I already mentioned before is these Light My Fire titanium sporks right here. They work really well, and of course they can bend. They are pretty expensive, but they're extremely lightweight, so depending on what setup you're going for, you might want to consider these, especially if you're going backpacking anytime soon. So yeah, that's pretty much my entire roundup on mess kits. Like I said, I'll have the links to the best of my ability of these below with the timestamps that I mentioned them at, so if you want to check them out there, that would be all good. So if you have any questions, please feel free to talk to me at a meeting, comment down below, all of the above, I don't know what, and please go ahead, stay tuned for more Quartermaster Corner videos where I'll be talking about sleeping bags, sleeping pads, tents, stuff like that, different troop gear. If you guys don't know how to clean a tent or something like that, we'll definitely cover that here. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys later.